Everybody, welcome to the halfway point of our top 10 scariest movies of all time based on heart rate fluctuation. And so far, steady heart rates. Nothing has really jumped out at us. We've streamed the whole process. We've been wearing our watches and our heart rates have been monitored. And this week, we rated this movie was big in a moment in time. Like everybody, I think it won an Oscar I think Toni Collette might have won an Oscar for this movie.
Okay.
And that movie is Hereditary, and that's...
Yes, as Brandon would say, Hereditary.
Yeah, Brandon had a hard time struggling with Hereditary, and Hereditary came out, and now I can never let him live that down. So yes, we're going to jump right into this.
Did get creeped out by this movie because I do like it a lot. My heart rate still did not increase, though. I don't think I'm the kind of person where my heart rate would increase from a movie, like, ever. Unless there's like a really awesome like Mortal Kombat fight scene, maybe then. But like in terms of fear, maybe the Green Goblin. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I want to know if like an actual jump scare, a true jump scare that you're not expecting.
These haven't been big jump scare movies.
Yeah, none of them. Maybe Conjuring or is getting into that territory.
I think Smile 2 had one, and it kind of got me, but it didn't raise to levels of like fear or anything. Because this is weird. He starts. Yeah. He's got like a heart rate of like 65. I'm like, this guy's an athlete. And then mine's like high 80s or like 90 sometimes. So it's like there's scary stuff happening and somehow my heart rate goes down. It's like right. I start, I'm like at 90, I'm all excited. Then by the time we're watching the movie, there it is at 50.
It's lowering. So that's interesting. I don't know. Are we just unique in that way, or is this a common thing?
It might be because we're watching it as critics.
View it like, okay, if we're hunters in the wild and we're hunting alone, our senses are going wild. Like, where the fuck is we're looking around with our spear. Yeah. If we're hunting together, suddenly it's like, all right, you look that way, I look this way.
And there's more confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more confidence. But like, I don't really get scared that much from watching movies. I've been watching them, like horror movies. I've been watching them since I was a kid. There's very few things that really affect me on like fear level. Like something can get the better of me if I'm not expecting it, like a jump scare. But like it's got to take a lot and something like very, very, very good to like create a nice atmosphere that would get me like I'm on the edge right here.
I watched Hokum, which is like a witch movie or something. And I watched that taking breaks because I guess I'm that much of a pussy. But I should have checked my heart rate because there are definitely moments where I was like, ah, shit, things are getting crazy. I'm gonna take a pause real quick and go make something to eat and then come back. So yeah, some movies can do it. I'm curious. I'm excited for that. What's it called? The highway movie where the people go missing. Passenger or something.
Is that on
There's
here?
A trailer. No, it's not on there. But I was just bringing that up because it's an upcoming horror movie this month.
These upcoming movies I have seen a while ago, but there is the one left that I haven't seen. I think we both haven't.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I am always looking forward to Sinister. Sinister, love that movie.
So Hereditary is a very long movie about basically a family kind of inheriting the cult. And we're going to get into spoilers for this one.
What is it? Like 2 hours?
It's about 2 hours. Yeah.
2:15 maybe?
Slightly over. And it's just about it's like family drama. There's cult stuff. Kind of reminds me of some of the Paranormal Activities and the cult aspect of it. It's all about a demon. And just like this guy's other movie, whatever it was called, with Florence Pugh.
Midsommar.
Where it was also about a demon, demon and cult and old people, and that's what this one is as well. That's kind of this guy's thing, this director. So we did it again. Really good. There's one really good scare near the end of the movie, but there's a lot of like creepy tones to this.
I really feel as if Midsommar is a way better version of this movie, and I didn't realize how fucking similar they were until I watched this. They're so the same.
Yeah. Certain directors kind of just have a thing like that.
So there's this little girl. Now, I was intrigued on the little girl. I thought she was going to be like a fucking serial killer. Because they show her doing all this stuff, like harming animals, killing birds, doing weird shit. Like, is it supposed to be like the cult is innate in her or something?
Yeah, she was kind of chosen by the demon to be like a sacrifice because she in the end was the head of the totem.
And it kind of starts off big time with their grandmother's death. They see, like, they attend their grandma's funeral. They talk about how they love their grandma, but grandma's obviously got a big secret.
I really like how they let you know early on that there's some odd stuff going on with the grandma. where like one of the other cult members is like marking a symbol on her head, on her lips or something like that. Because like even in the beginning, they keep showing this symbol, a necklace. It's like the same exact symbol. It's a cult symbol, and somebody's wearing it at the funeral, and you kind of see it marked on the telephone pole where that little girl got beheaded.
With those symbols and something, it could have been anything. It could have been religious zealots. It could have been witches. It could have been psychos. So one of the big, most impactful parts of the movie is like 15 to 20 minutes in. And it's, for some dumb reason, says, you need to take your much younger sister to this drug and alcohol party. Because she didn't want to go. It was so fucking weird. She didn't want to go. You have to go. You have to take her for whatever reason. None of these kids were even remotely her age.
Yeah, that is kind of a trope where it's like, she just wants the daughter to be normal, and it's like, oh, just take her along with your friends.
And what would happen? Because that would be the first thing I would assume as a parent. The kid would ditch her at some point.
Like she should have been smart enough to know that. So on the way back, because there's an emergency with an allergy, she gets beheaded.
Do we know what allergy it was?
It's like peanuts.
Okay, classic.
That's so that kind of highlights that this movie's very heavy in like family emotional drama, like that kind of stuff. And that's a good part of the middle of the movie, is mostly that and like subtle scares. You see the grandma early on as a ghost and stuff like that.
Is probably my favorite part of the movie. So like they're in the car, okay? And I get that. And she's having this thing and she's having trouble breathing. I can understand her cracking the window to try to get air in. Sticking your whole body out the window would not be a good thing to do. You can breathe less.
If you're panicking though, you wouldn't stay inside the car. When you're like if you want to breathe, you're gonna go outside where there's fresh air. It's a natural instinct.
And then I wish it was a little bit more like, boom, it happened. I didn't like this would be something you see in like a Bugs Bunny cartoon where you see the tree and then it's like, wee, like I thought that was like, yeah, like a very like Bugs Bunny, like, or Daffy Duck where it like spins his beak around. But then that's followed by the best part in the movie. She gets decapitated, and the son's reaction is so fucking good. I love that. That is such a like thing that you could see happening. He can't address it. He can't make sense of it. He can't speak. He's in shock. He's scared. What does he do? He leaves her in the back seat and just goes up into bed and is just completely in shock until you hear the mother start screaming in the morning. Bravo.
Yeah, that whole part was great. Very dramatic. Yeah, I like that
great
a lot.
Part
for sure.
In the movie. Now, from this point on, there is stuff that happens, but it's mostly drama between
it's like, the mother kind of coping with the death of their daughter. That's where the middle of the movie kind of starts, and it's kind of just like that. And then they introduced this supernatural aspect to it with a medium. The whole family is basically surrounded and being manipulated by this cult like this entire time. And like they have no idea until near the end. And the father doesn't believe it, even when he sees actual shit happen. So what's funny, there's always a skeptic that's just kind of like, I will say that I do not understand the motivation behind, what was her name? I forgot. It's been like a week, but the grandma's friend doing the medium thing at all with the mother, because it's like, okay, you can talk to, was that like to summon the demon to let the demon in on accident because it's not actually the daughter, but like you never get that indication, right?
Yes,
because it's very vague.
What I think happened was it wasn't the daughter. I think it was like somebody pretending to be a daughter, like so that they could influence the mom to kind of do what she needed to do.
Near the end of the movie, the mother does get possessed. It's not like the father gets possessed or somebody else. So that could be the complete possession of her. And you can kind of see that it was trickling out because she was having these sleepwalks and these dreams of like the sun burning and stuff like that. And it was like, I guess from her perspective, she's slowly becoming possessed and part of the cult. And it fully takes hold by the end of it.
Or it could have been her daughter, because it could just be like they kind of hint that it's like we're doing all this shit. Maybe it's witchcraft shit, and maybe it's like she's already kind of into the rhythm of it.
Oh, it's confusing because the daughter does appear to her brother. Remember there was that scene near the end of the movie where she's looking at him as a ghost in the room, then her head kind of falls off and turns to a basketball or something like that. Very unsettling, but also like, was that the daughter trying to warn her brother, or was that?
I know, very vague.
I know, that's where I don't quite like certain little things about this. I don't fully understand everything about the movie, like all the little things.
If you go and watch the live stream back, I'm on my phone a lot because it's like, I would really only pay attention to silence. If all the scares are you seeing people 10 feet away, and they start off with clothes, and then by the end they're so much more naked.
They do a lot of that. The cult activity slowly increases throughout the movie. I do think they could have cut out like a half hour to keep the pace better, because I just don't personally have any that much interest in like the family dinner argument, because they're trying to deal with the death of their family. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all that is kind of not that interesting to me. Some kind of little. Then there's like her going to therapy for that. And yes, there is cult aspects there, and they are trying to manipulate her slowly, but at the same time, all of that could have been faster paced. And I think the father should have played much more of a role in this movie. He was very much kind of in the background and being like, all right, I guess I'll go along with this and let me do a seance. All right, then he, you know what I mean? He's very much.
He was just there to tell his wife she was crazy.
Yeah. And I thought also that the grandma would also play more of a role in the movie. Like she had, I guess, hereditary like effects, right, throughout all of it, like a spider web, everything she was involved with, the family had to deal with. But like they mentioned at the beginning of the movie, her body disappeared, and the father gets like a call and saying that the grave was desecrated. What do you mean? It's been a week.
Well, they find it in that tree.
By the end of the movie, or like 70% through the movie, they find it in the attic, and they're like, and then it's straight up her body's just there, and then there's the same symbol is marked out right there, because like I guess it's a resurrection ritual or something like that. But like, what was the point of bringing the grandma back at all, or mentioning her? Because yeah, she does appear, but like, if maybe she should have been playing more of an active role as the main villain of the movie,
Yes.
trying to further ruin her daughter's life.
Yep.
That would have been better, I think, because there's no clear villain besides the what do you like anang? How do you say the word? Unang? No, it's like the vague cult, basically. Like that's not a good villain, I think, because there's no. I guess the main villain
ambiguous.
is gonna. Yeah, basically that. The grandma's friend. What was her name? Let's call her Dolores.
Joan.
Joan. That's it. Joan is not that good of a villain because she's not that present, but she's the only one you could really call the villain, because other than that, it's just kind of spooky stuff happening. So I wouldn't mind a more clear, like there's certain critiques I'll give the movie for sure. I still would rate it high because it did its job for me. It creeped me out because the scares personally work for me. We all have different tastes. But yes, I would say that there's definitely like 30 minutes off, a better villain, a lot of little things you could do. That's everything Sinister does better because you have a villain. It's paced very well. So I'm excited for that.
I was like, okay, the decapitation part. I was like, wow, that's amazing scene. Can't wait to see where this goes. And then the seance part, like I said, it was weird. And then there was another part. There was a part where the mom does the seance with the son, and Joan pretty much gives her this witch fucking thing to say. And I laughed at this because Joan was like, yeah, I went to this medium and she showed me how to do it. I'm like, what kind of
There is
fucking
some
thing is that?
No, I know, because she was waiting there for her. Because you could, it's like a video analyst kind of. You know, when if you look at the scene, everything she has in her cart was like it was like personal stuff. It wasn't even from the store. She was just waiting there literally for her. Yeah. So like the moment she ran up there and like pre-written speech, everything, trying to convince her to do this seance. I guess to open her mind to like possession eventually, that does happen with the daughter. I don't know if that was really the daughter, or if that was it is funny because it's such like anti-therapy, where it's literally like, instead of getting over a loss that's significant, it's like, yeah, okay, spiritualism, try talk to them. It's like that's the opposite of getting over it.
If you people are like, you viewers, the ones, as I say, you people, the ones who liked Hereditary, thought that those family fights were scary, don't go back in time and come hang out when I was a kid. Don't do it.
It's I would say the movie is more unsettling. It's but like, yeah, like, because like for you it didn't work, but they're like when you're just sitting at school and you look out the window and some old lady is like get out, I expel you, like, and she's like 60 feet away. That is unsettling. And then there's like they really ramp it up near the end with horror and stuff. But yeah, the whole, like you said, like person's far away looking, that does happen a lot. And there's like these scenes that you could find comedic, or it depends on how you view it. Because there are scenes later on where there's just like, they're straight up nude. There's this old guy, that creepy ass smile, not moving at all, staring at you. That's kind of shit that would be like, okay, my heart rate's now 125 and I'm gonna fucking run.
That scene in It, Chapter 1, when the kid's like in the library and he's like doing stuff, and then its influences around, and then you just see that woman like behind him smiling like very eerily. I like that. because she was fully clothed. And it wasn't like I'm smiling and my dick's out. That just looks fucking stupid to me.
I don't know. A horror could be Sinister, like movie. It could be Conjuring. This movie, because it's also so many other things like family drama focused, I feel like it should be partly thriller. It's kind of like it's you can't just call it a thriller because I think it is. There are scary moments that left me unsettled watching it again because it just has that kind of strong effect on me, I guess. But especially at the end, there's certain scares that I guess there's a scare where the son runs into the attic trying to escape the possessed mother right at the end of the movie, and like you hear like poof, 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 and it's like what the hell is that sound? They cut to it, and she's because I guess it's unsettling because it's uncanny. She's somehow banging her head onto the attic floor door, and it's like really really fast too because like that's the last thing you would expect to be happening because that's kind of why it's so effective, at least for me. So it's awkward. I don't know. It's an awkward genre. It's and like you mentioned the It movie. It's like it depends on the tone because the It movies have a good kind of creepy tone to it that I like more than this. This director focuses on like a person's mind melting by the end of it and unraveling and becoming like a mess to the point where they're just accepting the madness. It's kind of like Joker, I guess.
Oh, wait, one other part. So when they're doing that seance, mom, kid, dad, and then later she has this book and she's like, I have to burn this book. Last time I tried, my arm caught on fire. So you burn it, husband. And then he tries and he gets set on fire. He could have been set on fire screaming like, run away and trying to get, and it could have been like a weird camera shake.
Maybe it was just on the actor, or maybe the director just didn't want to do anything with the father. But yeah, he got set on fire, then nothing happened. Speaking of that book, though, what's the relevance of the book? The book not really attached to anything. Or was that the diary of the daughter that got beheaded? But because she wrote in the book, she tried to destroy it, but she couldn't, or something like that. But the book has nothing to do with it. You could take the book out of the movie. I think that was a plot device that was not necessary.
And the ending fell apart for me.
See, that's where it's like perfect. So that's where we're like very different.
When that mom flew into the they go up and they're in the treehouse. And then he walks in there and he's like, what's that sound? Now, this part was good. The mom was like looking at him weird and she was sawing her neck. And I was okay, that's unsettling. But once again, all these scenes are way too bright.
That's like this director's style. It's he focuses on unsettling, creepy stuff instead of horror. Like this one, I kind of like what we're used to a bit better, but I do like that we have this other odd style of just like you're gonna remember this because it's so fucking weird. Like the old guy that's naked smiling at you. That's the kind of shit you don't want to see when you're walking home at night. You know what I mean? It's like, or like, okay, by the end of this movie, the son he goes to basically the treehouse that the daughter was mostly in, and it's the entire, like a lot of the cult members are there. The mother's there now, totally possessed. Her head is gone. The grandma's also there.
So anyways, I know that how the ending plans out, but okay, so the mom's sawing her head off, and I'm like, okay, cool. He doesn't scream at his mom being beheaded. Instead, he looks, now there's 3 fat naked people, and he goes, ah! And then he runs and jumps out of a window like a fucking comedy.
Like that's the thing where it's got to work for you. If it doesn't, you're not gonna have a good time watching it. It's got to be creepy. Yeah. So the son once he enters the trails, he's pretty much completely possessed by the demon Payman. The Payman demon is all about if you worship it, it gets you rich mostly. Makes your dreams come true. It's that kind of demon. And there's like one of the cult members is kind of like we amend for the loss of because they wanted the mother to initially be a son, and like them probably angered the demon that it was a girl, so then finally they got like a male body for the demon Payman, and then that's where you see the totem, where you see the daughter's head on like the scarecrow and like everything. It's like all on fire. You said it looked like Jesus a little bit, and has like the crown, and all the people, even the dead grandma and dead mom, are like headless, but they're still bowing to it, and there's like candles everywhere and all that. And then he's like, "You are Payman," and all that stuff. And then it kind of cuts to black.
The plot here, and they tell you pretty much everything. And I'm like, I just think it's too easy. Like I said, I think
it's sprinkled out pretty well, but you really got to be like looking at everything and be into the family drama to be paying attention to that. Because a lot of it I just kind of like, oh man, I really want to skip. I don't care about her therapy sessions and all that, but like, and it's long. Like if you cut it 30
really
minutes,
only feel about payment until the end.
Like they give the symbol and stuff, and they talk about certain where you don't know the demon payment exactly. Oh, actually, they kind of say it 60% through the movie or whatever. But you do know there's demon shit going on because you see pentagrams and stuff everywhere.
A lot of, like I said, goofy stuff. I can understand this was his first movie. I think a lot of this was done way better in Midsummer. I do.
It's also a downer movie. It's like, I guess if they did orient the movie where there would be like a happier ending, like maybe somebody survives. They could have sprinkled something a bit earlier to give the characters a hint of what the cult is doing. But in this case, they were just the victims. And that's what's kind of like sinister about the entire movie is like they're fucked. They're like the entire movie they're losing. They're losing towards the cult, and then the son gets possessed, and like the mother dies that you've been following the entire movie. She's the main character, and I still have I don't have as many complaints as you, but I would complain that too long by like half hour. It needs a clearer villain because the cult is there, yes, but like I would like Jonah or John, whatever her name was, to be a bit more there as a villain and doing more creepy shit or being more like, I don't know, evil, I guess.
The family drama stuff is fine. I think we saw some amazing performances. I have nothing wrong with the performances in this movie, except sometimes the boy was a little flat in some scenes. But also, you gave us 2 really good scenes of high suspense, and then you made them dream sequences. Pissed me off. I was like, those were the best. Those were the better scenes in the movie, and then dream sequences.
I do agree. I never like it's all in your head stories. Like in any case, even dream sequences, I think they're cop outs. I think she should have just been like possessed and sleepwalking, being creepy. We should wrap this up. We've been going for about 40 minutes. You have talked me down from an 8 to a 7 out of 10. I still think it's very good, but you brought up some good points about like it is too long, and they didn't really have a strong villain anywhere in it, which I didn't really notice before. And so I would bring it down to a 7. It's not it's not a feel good movie, which even horror movies like Sinister. Well, I mean, not Sinister because that's a bad example, but The Conjuring, because there's a positive ending in a way. I like those the most. It's hard to watch movies like this where it's downer and it's just like it kind of tears you down in a lot of ways. So I give 7 out of 10. I would recommend a watch.
I think you talked me up a little bit. I went from like a 1 to a 2.5.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
The reason, like I said, I think this should not be straight up classified horror movie. I think if you went psychological thriller or something, that's much better. I think that, once again, yes, 35 minutes pretty much could be cut. I think that you should have made the family a lot more kind of aware, almost like fighting. I just felt like they were just sheep the whole time.
None of them had an idea, especially the father. He had no idea what was going on. I guess we said our piece on it.
Yeah, we said our piece. We gave our star rating. Anyways, next movie. We're going to be conjuring up some reviews, baby.
And expect Brandon here as well because he's really excited for Conjuring.
I think we said that about the last one too.
Yeah. Also, he didn't watch Hereditary with us because was he here?
He wasn't here, and then he watched it last night or something. I just didn't want to comment on it.
But Conjuring, yes. I'm so excited for that because
I am too.
There's a good balance of horror and comedy. Somehow, there's funny moments in it. So
not only that, the music plays so well, and I love that they went to almost like a 1960s era or 1950s era of like horror music, like old Exorcist and shit. And the way that they would do camera zooms, like, bing! I like that shit. And
that'd be a fun one.
I know it's like classic horror, not on the air of comedy. But okay, everybody, that was The Empty Minds. If we keep doing this shit, I think we're gonna have to change the podcast to like the EM hour. So everybody, have a good night. Come hang out with us next week, baby, when we review one of your favorite movies of all time. If you're a horror buff, The Conjuring. And if you hate it, please let us know. I'd like to see takes like this. Like, even though I know a lot of you people like Hereditary, I like to hear all different opinions. So if you can say some good stuff that I could even bring this grade up a bit, I would love to hear it. Or else if you have some shit that could bring this movie down, I would love to hear it. Bring me back down to that 1. Have a good night.